Spice shares a 6-page letter that she wrote to Karli explaining to her why she feels like she betrayed their friendship. Let's get into this 3-part series.
So this is the letter that I wrote to Karli. It's a 6-page letter. I wanted to really just express to her everything that was going on in my mind. I started the letter and I said, Dear Karli, I received your letter and I know it's been a while. However, I've been wrestling with a series of emotions that I've found challenging to articulate to you in person, and a few of my emotions have caused me to act out wrongly. And I want to acknowledge that I understand that, and it was instigated by a familiar pain that I feel when I love someone and they hurt me deeply. Our friendship has always meant a lot to me, but some of your actions have left me feeling deeply hurt and troubled. The way things unfolded between us has caused a considerable amount of pain in my heart. There were multiple moments in our friendship where I felt betrayed and used, and it weighed heavily on me and caused a lot of pain. There were multiple moments in our friendship where I felt betrayed and used, and it weighed heavily on me, and it caused sleepless nights. However, I want to take passionate time in explaining each step in detail so that you can understand my emotions from my shoes, and not only yours. I value our friendship immensely, and I was left bewildered for months. And I know it's very important for me to express that I know that I have hurt you and caused you a lot of pain, right? This letter is not to assign any blame or guilt onto you, but rather to communicate how your actions have impacted me and to bring more clarity and peace, because it was never my intentions to go an eye for an eye. I hope that addressing all of this will pave the way for healing for both of us, right? This long part, it says, I've been doing a lot of reflection and I realized that I placed you in a category in my life that I looked to you like a sister. And so I never deemed you as disloyal. And I genuinely love you so much. And I'm sure that you know that. I care for you in such a way that no one could ever think to say anything bad about you. I used to pick up for you even when you're right or wrong. I fought for you. That's blah, blah, blah. It's a very long letter, 6 pages. I believed in you. I believed in your career, even when no one else did. I spoke highly about you. I defended you even when everyone was against you. Messy or not, you was my friend. I spoke good about you when you were not in the room. You didn't do the same for me. I explained to her that I spoke everything good about you all the time, and it really hurt my feelings how in return you tried to paint a bad picture to people about me. It was painful to hear how you spoke about me in rooms when I was not there. Please know that each of what you did to me, I will try my very best to explain in details, because I know you keep saying that you don't understand. So I continue to say, the first thing that confused me last year was when I was in the hospital. You said you didn't tell anyone about where I was. I said, but Princess told me that you called her and you told her to come and visit me and where to come and visit me in the DR, yet you said you didn't tell anyone. So it made me feel like you were deciding who was entitled to come and visit me in my lowest time. And I expressed to her and explained why I felt some kind of way. I said, secondly, last year, you made a group call with all of my friends and trying to turn my friends against me. When you made that group call and was talking about me behind my back, that truly hurt my feeling. I said, the funny part about it is that same conversation that shocked me was the same time on that group call, one of my friends that you were talking to, one of my old friends, accidentally sent me an hospital video all of a sudden that I had no idea that was being recorded of me. And the conversation to the video that they sent me was, you can use this. They were making reference to that video that was sent to my phone. And I had absolutely no idea that my hospital visit was being recorded. Okay. It made me think that you were plotting to use the hospital video against me, because no one told me that they were recording my doctor talking about my illness in the DR. And that video was kept for an entire year without my knowledge. Mind you, I got sick in 2022. I said this video was sent to my phone in 2023. So I said, it made me feel like you was plotting to use this hospital video against me, because no one told me that they were recording my doctors talking about my illness in the DR. And that video was kept without my knowledge. I said, it's a lot of things that made me look at you sideways as a friend. And to be honest, that's the day when our friendship ended for me. Mind you, I did not only end the friendship with Karli, I ended with all of who was involved, but we're going to get to that. The only thing is, Karli is the only friend that happens to be on Love and Hip Hop with me. So you thinking that, oh, Karli's just one of the only friends that's on the show. So you're not going to see me talking to the other friends that I stopped talking to because of this. So I'll explain. I said, it's a lot of things that made me look at you sideways as a friend. And to be honest, that day, that was what ended our friendship for me. I just didn't know how to communicate the conflicting confusion at the time when I was fighting for my life. Okay? Right. I said, I didn't know how to explain all of this conflicts and confusion at the time when I was fighting for my life, because the time I still had open wounds and my emotions was already delicate and I just didn't have the strength. The third part of my pain was how I remembered when we constructed our song together like it was yesterday. We started at my old house, writing, laughing, going back and forth in the studio with you over and over until you got it right. I invested a lot of time into the song. We actually recorded one song. I told you I didn't like it. And so we went back and forth with you again because I wanted to make sure that, the song was good. So we were in studio for weeks until we recorded a whole new song. And I never stopped until you got a perfect song. Because I believed in Karli when none of y'all did. So let us be clear and get that out of the way. I said, when you submitted it for a celebration moment, I honestly felt like I should have been a part of that celebration. Instead, you left me out. So that's why I said I felt used. And I said, however, maybe I was being sensitive. Maybe you felt like I shouldn't have been a part of the celebration, but I feel like I didn't care. I said, I honestly, maybe you feel like I didn't care, but honestly, I did. I felt like I was a part of the pain of the song, and so I should have been a part of the gain. And so my feelings was hurt a little bit. I said, I'm sorry I have to be extremely detailed with this scenario, but you keep saying you don't understand why I'm upset. So I'm listing everything as we go along so you can understand. I said, but I want to be transparent with you with my feelings. I said, the fourth thing that you did to hurt me deeply was how I remember when it was your birthday, I surprised you. I flew you to Costa Rica for a weekend. We laughed. We were having the time of our life. You didn't even know where you was going when I flew you out until we landed. I book you whatever suite, la da da. Me never like to read them parts where I was telling Karli. I said it was very big for me. I can't even let my other friends know how I treated you as a friend because they probably would have taken my head off saying I treat you better than them. I said there was no cameras when it was your birthday. And so you know that everything I did for you was from my heart. I said in return, I bought Louis Vuitton bags, which I got my receipt, Versace bag, ordered cake, rented a Sprinter party bus. I never spoke about this to anyone because that's not what the type of friendship that we have. I said, I never spoke about the cost of anything. I never spoke about the cost or talk about it in any way like you was a burden to me. And so the only reason I'm listing it now is so that you can understand why I felt a certain way when my birthday came around and people was coming up to me telling you kept complaining about what you was spending on me. So I said that really hurt my feelings because it made me feel like less than myself, and it was very embarrassing because people kept coming up to me. So it kind of spoiled my birthday and my entire Jamaica trip. I said, all the gifts I bought for you, I went directly to the store at Lenox Mall to buy them. I said, the Celine bag that you bought me for my birthday, it seemed to me that that bag was fake. It's a knockoff. I said, you can please correct me if I'm wrong because I'm not perfect, but I can show you the signs to that bag, why the reasons led me to believe the conclusion of the bag. Because the whole of the Celine thread a strip off. And we know that Karli always have our receipt. So the reason why I told her that that bag she gave me for my gift was fake was so she can come with our receipt because she always come with our receipt. So if me tell Karli, say, Karli, you buy me a fake bag for my birthday, why you give me a fake bag? That's a disrespect. You can't give me a knockoff bag. Karli, where we know would have come with our receipt and said, no, girl, this bag is not fake. Here is the receipt where I bought your bag. Right or wrong? This is Karli we're talking about. Remember, say Karli said she had the receipt, the receipt queen.
Stay tuned for part 2.